Okay, so I am back in Tasmania and I am here to do the Freycinet Peninsula Circuit. Now, I've been on a 3-month break from hiking because I injured my Achilles. I had Achilles tendinopathy, so this will be my first hike since the break. Now, it's an overnight hike and today should be pretty easy. Second day is a little bit more challenging because I'm going across the hazards. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to this because this is one that Alyssa and I were going to do in 2021 before COVID delayed us from doing it. So yeah, a bit of a bucket list item, a bit of a unfinished business from a previous year. Looking forward to this one. Now I've just passed the junction with what's probably the main track. Most people here are going to the Wineglass Bay lookout. So the Freycinet Peninsula Circuit goes in a counterclockwise direction, and the reason for that is it's to prevent the spread of dieback or phytophthora. So it has an easier day now as I head along the western side of the peninsula. And then tomorrow will be the harder section where I have to go across the hazards and I get to see the famous Wineglass Bay in person on the ground. I had seen it before when I did the Mount Amos walk, which is an awesome lookout point that you can walk to from the car park as well. Definitely recommend that one. But it'll be nice to actually step foot on the sands there because it is iconic. Okay, so I'm a little bit more than an hour in and coming up to Hazards Beach. Now Hazards Beach is on the western side of the peninsula and it's the lesser known of the two, Wineglass Bay being its famous sibling, but it's actually the bigger beach, so it's going to be a bit of a longer walk. Just met a couple who were just heading back out and they said it was pretty easy going, and also, which I'm glad to know, there's heaps of water at Cook's Corner. So that's something about this walk, is that the campsite has a water tank that sometimes runs a bit low, but yeah, there's apparently plenty. I have to say, I haven't seen a lot of hikers. I mean, I did start pretty early. I've seen a lot of trail runners though. This trail is very popular with the trail runner set. So yeah, if you're a trail runner, this might be the one for you. So I've almost finished with Hazards Beach. It's been pretty long, but it's been very easy going Sand's been nice and firm, lots of things to see. I just passed a few hikers, including one who had an iron pack, and we had the obligatory sort of like, yeah, you know what's going on. Yeah, very much an iron pack fan. Okay, so coming to the end of the beach, going to be back into some more headlands and then reach Cook's Corner. So see how that goes. Looking forward to getting to camp anyway and just checking out the facilities, see the hut, and yeah, having lunch maybe. So I'm nearly at Cook's Beach and I'm at the last reliable source of water, creek crossing, before the campsite. Now they say to fill up here if there is no water at the tanks. I'm glad to say that there is water at the tanks because this is not very nice. Have a look. So I've made it to the campsite, Cook's Corner. Now, just about to approach the old hut that's here. Fancy toilet, room with a view. Okay, so it's the end of day one. Now I'm at Cook's Beach. I was considering pushing on to Brian's Beach and doing the side trip out to have a look over there, but I was kind of not feeling it. And then I saw a group of 4 and they said it was okay only, so their lack of enthusiasm kind of sold me that I'm better off just staying here. So that's the end of day one. Pretty easy day. You know, nothing particularly challenging, a few undulations, but no real, you know, huffing and puffing hills. Tomorrow will be a much more challenging day as we go over the mountains. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the relaxing afternoon and rest up for the epic day tomorrow. Okay, so it is the morning of day 2 and I have been up since 5:30. I got up early to try and pack so I can be gone by 7. It is 7 now, but it's been pretty rainy this morning. It's gone off and on. Sometimes it's just been a bit of a drizzle, but there's been a few moments of quite significant rain, so should be interesting. So today I've got the hard day, which is going over the mountains. Kind of not looking forward to it given that it's rained the way it has, because you know, granite can be quite slippery. But yeah, we'll see. I probably am not going to do the summit side trip. Mount Graham will be enough for me, I think. So yeah, gonna go check it out and see what the day will bring. It's obvious that this track is not as frequently visited as the one to Cook's Corner, because it's pretty, not badly maintained, but it's a bit overgrown. Lots of heath, understory that's rubbing up against me as I go through here, and it's given that it rained, I'm getting very drenched. So yeah, kind of looking forward to getting out of this heath, but I know that means going up the ascent, so I'll take my blessings as they come. Going up. Perfect spot. I'm now on one of those sort of annoying stretches of the trail, because you know, I know we have to go up, but we've been going down a little bit. So since we entered that really beautiful forest section back there, the trail's been sort of trending downward, and I can see in the distance that the summits are much higher. So really hope it's not trending too much further down, and yeah, guess we'll find out. Going up again. I've made it to the saddle. That was actually easier than I expected. After the descending bit, it was just a little bit up, and I'm here. So very grateful to be here now. The summit to Mount Freycinet is that way. I'm definitely not going to do it. I'm going to keep going via Wineglass Bay. So it looks like I've made it to Mount Graham. There's no like cairn or anything that I can see here, but it definitely feels like it's the high point of the track since we're going down and I can't really see any further. It's beautiful up here. It's a bit cloudy, so I think it would have been even more spectacular if I could actually see down to Wineglass Bay, but them's the breaks, you know, with these kind of things. You can never really plan it perfectly. Sometimes things just land serendipitously and sometimes they don't. Well, as I'm sure you've noticed, the visibility is pretty bad, definitely in a bit of a whiteout. Now, I'm sure that there have been moments where I probably would have had good views, but I wouldn't know. And look, I think some people get a bit frustrated when stuff like this happens, but I kind of don't mind this kind of granite scenery when it's in this sort of cloudy, spooky feeling. I think it has its benefits, and you know, I kind of like it, so it is what it is. So I'm making the descent now towards Wineglass Bay, and for the first time I can actually see it. So, made it to the Wineglass Bay campsite. From here it's only an hour and a half back to the car park, so I'm pretty happy because I beat the time and I'm not going to be arriving in Hobart in darkness, so very happy about that. Not bad at all, Tasmania. Okay, so I'm probably in the last 10 minutes of the trail, descending from the Wineglass Bay lookout. So this was the Freycinet Peninsula Circuit, and it's my fifth of the what they used to call the great multi-day walks of Tasmania, and I have to say it was just as good as the others. Very different, shorter obviously, being an overnight, but no lesser because of it. The scenery was really interesting. It was very different from what I was expecting. I think I was expecting something a little bit more like what I've seen in in WA or maybe the Wilson's Prom, but it had its own sort of unique quality, and the forest sections were actually a real surprise to me today. So it was a very good trail. I think if I were to do it again, I'd probably do it as 2.5 days, staying the extra night at Wineglass Bay, just to kind of, I guess, take the edge off it and make the most of the fact you're out there. And then what I think would make it like a really good 3 days is finish it off by doing the day walk up Mount Amos. And that would be, basically you've seen all of Freycinet had to offer. Great walk, great to be back in Tassie, albeit brief. And yeah, till next time.